Let me just talk quickly what DACA and DAPA is for those who have missed what I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. I'm going to make it very, very simple. If you came here under the age of 16 before January 1st, 2010, you're going to get DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. You're going to get your work permit, your social, your driver's license, the ability to get advanced parole to travel, a letter from the government giving you deferred action. Deferred action is a letter from the government saying they're never going to deport you. If you qualify for DAPA, this is what you need. You needed to be here before January 1st, 2010. You needed to have a child that's born in America or a child that has a green card. And that could be a man-child. That could be we have a client who has a 51-year-old son. He's 51 years old. Got a conditional green card 3 months ago. I said, guess what? You're in. Doesn't matter how old that child is. So it's really offspring. It's not child. I had another client whose kid was born the day President Obama got on television. I said, as long as that kid came out before President Obama got on television, you're in. Was he in for? The deferred action letter, promising never to nabble. His work permit, his social, his driver's license, the ability to get advanced parole to travel home and come back. That's all the benefits of having a green card without having a green card. All of the benefits of having a green card without having a green card. So when I say you want to get your applications in, don't you want to get all your benefits as quickly as possible? Do you really want to wait till 2017 to get them? And by the way, one of the questions that everybody always asks is, how long is these documents good for? Yes, they're good for 3 years from the time they're issued. I don't care who the president is, whether they're a Democrat or Republican. I don't care. The Republicans win, the Democrats win, although I have a lot of good reasons why the Democrats will win. But it doesn't really matter, because there's no president who can stand up and say, you 10 million people, you're all fired. Go home. Can't do it. There's too many people working. There's power in numbers. Too many people to collect their tax dollars from. Where are all these companies going to replace workers from? You can't get rid of 10 million people. There's not enough airplanes in the world to fly everybody home. So you're certainly not going to fire them and then let them live here illegally and not do anything. So and not collect their tax dollars. So once this program goes into effect, it's going into effect, and you're going to be able to renew indefinitely. Let's go to the telephone lines, 1-800-526-7977. Let's go to Katie. How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, what's up?
My question is, do people who have been in the country longer than 5 years but don't have a child qualify for this?
No, it's going to be one of two. It's either you were here for 5 years and you came under 16, or you were here for 5 years, and the child could be an adult son or daughter, but everything is revolved around family right now. So that's the DACA and the DAPA. The third program is the provisional waivers. The provisional waivers are for people whose parents filed for them. You know, if you have parents here and they filed for you in the 2000s, most likely as an adult son or daughter, if you are a parent and you filed for your adult son or daughter in the 2000s, and your son or daughter is here in America, they're not going to qualify most likely for 245I. They're not going to be grandfathered in. And right now they have worthless pieces of paper. Now with provisional waivers, you can get your green cards that way too. So all the people...
So you have to have filed for a child.
You have to file for a child, or you have to have a child here.
Okay.
So it's all about family.
What if you have a child, but they came here over the age of 16 and you haven't filed for them yet, but they've been here for 5 years also?
Then the parent should file for them, and then it'll take a couple of years, and then you'll be able to do a provisional waiver and get your green card that way.
Even though the parent doesn't have they don't have any status.
Oh, well, now you have to have status, obviously, a permanent resident or citizen.
They have to have status. Yeah. So basically, there's nothing really for people like that yet.
Right. Right now, it's for people who have connections here and family connections here in America, which is a parent or a child, or you came here under the age of 16. We're going to be able to help most of those people.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Hi. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. I wonder if I had a daughter here, but she passed away. Like, do I still qualify?
Unfortunately, no. How old was your daughter?
She was 2 years old.
Oh, that's a terrible story. Unfortunately, no. She had to have been alive on November 20th. But that's a sad story. I'm sorry to hear
All right, so like I have to like is there any like so I have to marry or do something else before I can get help, right?
Yeah, unless you have a child here, unless you came here under 16, then you're looking at marrying someone in a bona fide loving marriage.